In the realm of fast food giants, In-N-Out Burger is the name that stands out as a beacon of quality, simplicity, and unwavering popularity. From its humble beginnings as a small roadside outlet in Baldwin Park, California, In-N-Out has not only endured the test of time, but has also evolved into a billion-dollar company that has people moving across state lines just to say, "I've tasted it." So what's the secret recipe behind their meteoric rise? Keep watching as we uncover the secrets of success that have made In-N-Out Burger a culinary icon. To truly grasp why In-N-Out Burger is such a hit, it's crucial to delve into its history. After all, it's the founder's initial vision that laid the foundation for the beloved brand we know today. Back in 1948, Harry and Esther Snyder started the In-N-Out journey, selling burgers for just 25 cents. Their very first spot was in Los Angeles, where they unveiled California's first drive-through hamburger joint. Embracing the SoCal car culture, Harry set up joints with double drive-through lanes and no indoor seating. The menu, straightforward from the start, hasn't seen much change. Hamburgers, cheeseburgers, double-doubles, fries, shakes, and drinks. Fast forward to 1961, the animal-style burger made its debut due to customer request. It's a mustard-cooked beef patty loaded with pickles, lettuce, grilled onions, and extra spread. A creation born from In-N-Out insiders catering to some lively late-night animal customers. The name stuck, and although the menu's been steady, secret items are still a popular request. Now let's look at the strategy this chain followed. In an era where rivals like McDonald's were rapidly expanding through franchising, Harry Snyder went against the grain. Instead of chasing quick growth, he opted to manage a limited number of locations closely. It might have been an unconventional move, but back then it meant quality was never compromised. Whether you visited an In-N-Out joint in LA or anywhere else, customers could always count on top-notch food and service. Also, the In-N-Out story has always been a family business. Back in 1976, when Harry Snyder passed away, his youngest son Rich took the reins as president. At that point, there were 18 In-N-Out restaurants in the Los Angeles area. The first one outside LA popped up in San Diego County in 1992. The chain ventured beyond California with restaurants in Las Vegas. Unfortunately, tragedy struck in 1993 when Rich Snyder and another In-N-Out executive lost their lives in a plane crash on their way back from opening the 93rd restaurant. Rich's brother, Guy Snyder, stepped up to lead the company after that. Staying true to family roots, Guy's daughter Lindsay, the only grandchild of the Snyders, is now the big boss of In-N-Out. She's not just any business owner, she's one of the youngest billionaires in the US, with a net worth of $4.2 billion as of February 2023. The In-N-Out empire has grown, currently boasting more than 400 stores. Today it is considered as the gold standard for fast food brands, with a cult-like fan base that includes Hollywood stars like Miley Cyrus and food legends like Anthony Bourdain. Now you might wonder what all the fuss is about. Well, there are some solid reasons behind In-N-Out's cult following. Despite the affordable prices, they don't compromise on quality. Their beef patties are pure, no additives, fillers, or preservatives. And the fries? Just as fresh. People love In-N-Out because they emphasize knowing where your food comes from and what goes into it. In a world of fast food, In-N-Out stands out by being open about the origins of their ingredients. In-N-Out Burger owes a lot of its success to its rich history and unwavering commitment to quality. But there's more to the story. A big chunk of their triumph comes from the amazing people who work for them. The restaurant constantly impresses customers, and that wouldn't happen without exceptional employees. So what makes these people so outstanding? Well, let's dive into the company culture. It's the secret sauce. Currently, In-N-Out boasts a workforce of about 35,000 employees, and they've always paid their employees more than the minimum wage required. Today, managers rake in an average of $180,000 a year, as per Snyder. Studies constantly tell us that when workers are paid fairly, they're not only happier, but also more productive and loyal to the brand. These competitive wages also do a fantastic job of attracting top-notch talent across the board. But that's not all. There are some extra perks thrown into the mix, like paid vacation, flexible scheduling, and a focus on promoting from within. Check out the company's Glassdoor page, and you'll see employee ratings soaring higher than most places. The biggest gripe? Well, sometimes it gets busy at the restaurant, but the people on the ground say it's totally manageable. Science backs it up. Happy employees equals happy guests. In this department, In-N-Out Burger stands in a league of its own. Now let's talk about their expansion. For a long time, getting an In-N-Out burger was pretty much a West Coast thing. The chain started a whopping 75 years ago in the suburbs of Los Angeles and stuck around California for ages. Fast forward to recent years, and Lindsay Snyder has taken In-N-Out to new places like Nevada, Arizona, Utah, Texas, Oregon, and Colorado. But here's the plot twist. Earlier, she insisted there was no plan for a nationwide expansion. In a 2018 interview, In-N-Out CEO Lindsay Snyder declared that the chain wouldn't head east of Texas on her watch. She said, "I like that we're sought after when someone's coming into town. I like that we're unique, that we're not on every corner. You put us in every state and it takes away some of its luster." Snyder also refused the idea of franchising, and there were solid reasons behind keeping In-N-Out firmly rooted on the West Coast. The first reason is all about their commitment to quality, and the second has to do with their business model. When it comes to quality, they're really proud of the top-notch meat they use in their patties. They never freeze their meat and it's delivered fresh every day to all of their restaurants. They even make their own patties in their special facilities to control the whole process and make sure the quality is top-notch. They're so serious about it that all their restaurants have to be within 300 miles of their facilities, which are only in California and Texas. Everything from the patties to the buns, potatoes and veggies is brought to each spot by trucks from In-N-Out distribution centers. Now, if we talk about their business model, In-N-Out isn't just all about making money. Their goals aren't about being the biggest fast food chain or raking in the cash. Their business model is rooted in certain principles and standards that go way back in the company. Being exclusive adds to the restaurant's appeal. They're not available to everyone all the time, making people want them even more. They used to think that expanding to the East Coast would bring in a lot more competition, which could hurt the brand and make it tough to stick to their high standards. But surprisingly, things have changed. In January, after sticking to the west of the Mississippi for decades, In-N-Out announced its plans to move eastward. According to Restaurant Business, they're setting up shop in Tennessee with their first territory office in the eastern United States. And get this, they're planning to drop the first In-N-Out locations in Tennessee in 2026. Lindsay Snyder, the president at In-N-Out, mentioned that it's a big deal because it's the farthest east than we've ever been. This is surprising because In-N-Out always said it would only expand to places where it could serve up the same tasty burgers and fries they've been rocking in California since 1948. Making sure they keep that quality means they've got to set up distribution centers and other logistics stuff to keep everything running smoothly. Fast forward to December 2023, and In-N-Out has just opened its first location in Idaho. The public response was huge, with fans braving near freezing temperatures to line up outside. Some even camped out overnight in their cars just to be among the first to try the drive-thru. However, despite the excitement, they faced some challenges. Local news was all over the story, reporting that fans endured multiple long-hour waits, with some waiting up to 8 hours. An In-N-Out official mentioned it was more like 6 hours for the drive-thru and 3 to 4 hours for those indoors on foot. People waiting in line grew impatient, and some likened the experience to the Hunger Games, as documented by TikTok user Paulina Garcia during her 4-hour wait. But the problems didn't end there. The Idaho hoopla sparked discussions online, with some claiming In-N-Out was overrated. On X, formerly Twitter, one person said, "In-N-Out being good is a psyop, and we need to be honest about that. It's literally an okay fast food burger." Another skeptic said, "Absolutely nothing about In-N-Out warrants this." Despite the criticisms, In-N-Out had its defenders, with one person suggesting, "I'm convinced people who don't like In-N-Out only dislike it because they think it's cool to dislike something that everyone loves." Well, the Idaho opening is like a new page in In-N-Out's history book. Looking forward, as In-N-Out heads to new places, it seems like there's more good stuff coming. We're all pretty excited to see what's next. Will In-N-Out become a global phenomenon, sharing its tasty burgers with people all around the world? What do you think? Let us know your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to hit the subscribe button for more videos.